esport is as fickle as the choices of its young professionals. Each glistening pixel is a grain of sand, upon which rest the foundations of a game's history. All that separates heartbreak from heroism, winning from quitting, immortality from mere success, turns entirely upon the timing of a tap of a controller. In RLCS 23, Team Vitality emerged from each key moment unscathed. Buoyed by their success, they entered 2024 as the only S-tier team not to change their roster. This is the story not just of Redosin, Zen, and Alpha's attempts to keep their trophy with new coach Fairy Peak, it's the story of all the teams that competed against them, and the fans that travelled in their tens of thousands to cheer them on or tear them down. 2024 would be a streamlined season. 2 majors, 1 world championship. Another huge LAN, the Esports World Cup, would intercept the latter 2 events. The traditional off-season kerfuffles, you get it, like kerfuffles, saw these as each region's presumed powerhouses. Then the season started, and pretty instantly our power rankings became completely outdated and useless, because have you even watched Rocket League in the past 9 years?
Juicy's got it though. It's not good for Vitality. He's got a flip to work with. He centers it, and it's in for Seiko!
Itachi, Seiko and Juicy had won a Worlds and a Major between them, but they'd all been dropped by their previous teams. One Game 7 overtime versus Vitality later, they showed a spark that could become magic. Slightly more on script, Carmine Corp reverse swept BDS and ended up winning Europe's first event. Score 1 for the power rankers. Elsewhere, things generally went as expected, with the biggest upset in South America.
Here comes CRR. The boys are lost. Lower boost. Look at this. Look at that. What?
The season soon settled into a rhythm. Furia won the next 2 events because Furia, Carmine Corp won all 3 EU events because Carmine Corp, and in the upside down, Power won all 3 OCE events because, apparently, Torsos. In APAC, New Kids on the Block usurped Gladiators to make Wonder Kid Sphinx and everyone's new best mate Kevin's first ever major.
I'm sorry if I yap a lot.
No.
I yap quite a lot.
Hi Kevin! With Copenhagen tickets available now...
Copenhagen tickets are available now?
Well, not anymore, but they were back then, idiot. Fans headed to Denmark in their droves. Until they prove it internationally, certain teams are considered good, but only in their region. LANs are their chance to change that, so the big boys from up-and-coming locations like South America, Oceania, and North America were desperate to showcase their skills. Only Yan survived from Furia's groundbreaking Worlds 2022 semi-finals.
Now they're up against it!
Now, after winning their final 2 regional events after Complexity had the audacity to beat them in Open Qualifier 1, the battling Brazilians built brilliantly Bon Bear Babentum.
Let's get them going because Furia are playing with them right now!
I know some of these teams would have hoped for a sweep, maybe it would have went the other way, but Furia doing what everybody hoped they could!
2 minutes and chances again, ticking down for Furia. A reset, Yan! It's excellent!
Whilst Furia slept soundly, 3 Frenchmen tossed and turned as their perfect LAN record showed signs of age. Next up for Wounded Vitality, another region's jewel in the crown. TRK's Falcons were one of so many to fall to Vitality 1 season prior. Their response? Calling time on Khalid and Ahmad! And nabbing Rule 1's terrifying twins. So far this season, they'd won everything in MENA, but it meant nout and zilch till they competed here.
You saw what Falcons did yesterday in the last series against K-Corp. They couldn't repeat it earlier on against Gentlemates, but maybe against Vitality. Vitality getting desperate. Faked out for Zed, goes Liberal West, saved his flip. How on earth has he done that? And it's going to be a goal down the other end.
The rest of the world was stronger than ever. Vitality would survive the Swiss, just, and in the season's first international playoffs, the big dogs remained in the pack. 24 hours later, Vitality laid down a reminder.
And everyone's demoing each other, and Team Vitality have a window to work with. Redosin with the reset! Whoa! Redosin the hero!
Furious and not on this! Oh! It's again!
Of those on the semi-final stage, Fairy Peak was there when Vitality stormed through NA's best to claim Season 7 victory on away soil. G2 Esports, emboldened by their first course of revenge against the team who'd beaten them in the 22 Grand Finals, fancied a second dish against historical foes Vitality.
Of course, G2 have always got that third man. Looking for the demo, they've got it! So here comes Zed. Blimp reset, goes in front of the ball, but he can't get the ball because G2 are here. It's right, it's open! G2 are gonna take it! Right, all he can do is pop it up. The fake comes through, the shot goes through!
More than enough boost, can get the rotation. Juicy, anyone central, he's on the crossbar, he goes down the top, it's open!
And let's roll! And quickly on the play is Itachi after the demo! Atomic will pick this one up. He gets a little bit of room, has to play a 50. Oh! EJ with the play, just about. And Itachi was there too. G2 can't break out.
Our Major 1 winners were Gentlemates? The spark they'd shown in Europe's first event had grown into an all-encompassing flame on the LAN stage. Seiko now had a major to add to his World Championship, Itachi a second major win, and Juicy, well, he'd never even won an online RLCS event before. What on earth is his LAN buff? And he gets MVP. What is it with the French? Major 1 was El Finito. London was now cooling, governor. We now settled into a nice, comfortable groovy, baby, knowing who was good at game and who was less good at game, but still obviously quite good at game, because they're all professionals at game. Time for some roster changes. Joyo in, Igso out. That was the biggest of them all, and the early signs were, to coin a phrase, quite good.
You need to keep those close, especially to capitalize on the low boost of the opposing team. Joyo, the musty pass, and it's good for Archie.
Joyo taking down his legendary former teammates, their first online loss this season, was a good sign, despite then losing to new major champs Gentlemates, who then lost to some other team in the final. Hey look, it's the guys from the intro. Across the world, the teams who made Copenhagen seem to be running well again. But suddenly...
Top Cougars take down K-Corp, and that's how you beat a #1 seed.
Wait, what? In Open Qualifier 5, Carmine Corp, who'd won all 3 Split 1 online events, then reached the Copenhagen semis. In case you'd forgotten, it was only like 2 minutes ago in the video. They didn't even reach the top 16. A beam of light appeared in a tunnel Oxygen hadn't even realized they were walking down. Suddenly, they were one of the favorites for the major. The question was whether they would also nick KC's world spot. In Open Qualifier 6, the two were drawn into a massive quarterfinal.
Oxygen are not clinched for the major. A win in this series would clinch them.
Good Oxygen player. Instead, though, he has the extra gap was played to perfection. This is the real chance. Atto could get it now. The rise good. It's safe for Fatira. Here comes Fatira.
Carmine Corp had done all they could. Elsewhere, Rebellion were on a Cinderella run to take him back to where he first stamped his name all over the Rocket League history books.
Rebellion taking on OG Esports in a single best-of-7. Winner moves on to London here, folks.
Will freeze calm on the back line. He was lurking, thinking about going. Even just going is enough to keep him on the ground. They get out again as Rebellion have to think about it, but they lost it. There it is!
Rebellion's dismay was OG's dismay, as England's very own Nolly had held his nerve to slam the ball and himself home again. APAC, meanwhile, came down to a one-match shoot-off between Elevate and Gladiators. Winner made not just London, but Worlds as well. Alas, poor Kevin, we hardly knew ye. Bye, Kevin. Ugh. Anyway, with Space Station Gaming finally dodging G2 and Gen G in quarterfinals, Mobula succeeding in Sub-Saharan Africa, and Team Secret twisting Nip into knots as tightly wound as the minds of Mina's new second seed, we had our 16. Carmine Corp could only hate watch, Rise's words, not ours, Oxygen as the tournament began. Apparently, those negative vibes were doing the job a little bit better than KC themselves did in Open Qualifier 5.
Pass across, there's the shot, and the response immediately!
Vitality once more flashed brilliance. Falcons remained S tier, and Gentlemates stayed an even better LAN team than their online results. If Oxygen went out here in the Swiss, their world's dream was over. And the team they were up against, well, they'd broken poor old Joyo's heart before.
Lost this time. Tries to get a solo of his own. It has been the Yan show so far. That's a beautiful dunk, though! Just ready for everything. Fury, they're one step ahead. They've read Oxygen's playbook. Yan's blocking everyone. Can he get the open net? That might just be enough.
First off, brilliant casting, simply sublime. Arguably more important was that Carmine Corp had now locked in Worlds, and Oxygen had fallen. We really should just go back and appreciate that casting though. CJ is way better than Cole. Before going out though, Oxygen had done their own damage, as Twisted Minds needed a top 8 finish to make Worlds over anything.
Twisted Minds need to win this series, or they will not be at the World Championship. Yeah, Oxygen are just playing this one out intelligently here. They're just waiting for the game to come to them. That's the chance to make it 3. Mossin can't get rid of it. Joyo does make it 3-0.
Before even that, Twisted Minds had done their own damage, as SSA's Mobula needed to make London's grand finals, but missed it by just a smidge. Oh, so close.
It's Armando with the reset, looking for the bump though, and double potential for SMW to seal the deal for this game for Twisted Minds.
With all 16 teams now 100% no chance of nothing changing at this point, Mega Triple locked into Worlds, we could fully focus on the Major 2 playoffs. Time for a bunch of Londoners. Something special invariably floats through the copper box when the crowd arrives. With Team 104 in as full voice as ever, and more fully involved than ever, Landon 3.0 would live up to billing. It just had to.
Juicy, Seiko both lurking. No 50s to be found. Instead, it's Juicy. Air dribble, butt play, and in. The better thing for BDS that works in their favor is they're only down by 1, but it could be 2. Itachi goes through.
Our overlords going to work again. Seiko to the backboard. Double tap. Bang, bang.
It's Furia versus Vitality for Championship Sunday.
Vitality are looking for more bumps too, and even Furia's last offense led with a dead ball, but it's always Yan.
Alpha knocking that one away just to get beat by Yan to set it up for a loss and get another goal.
Yan can't find the backboard pitch he wanted.
And she lost, trying to set it up. Oh no!
Landon had waved its wand and conjured up a brand new miracle.
As said over again, Middle East, Europe, North America, and South America all play for the title of Major Champion here.
History made, the festivities continued. One hot, spicy, extra juicy series of the tournament with TR Cajun Chicken coming right up.
Well, they're making it difficult for themselves because they're not finding enough competition across the world. Surely now. Go 2-0. That's a good challenge. Huge win. Seiko backboard double. And it's done. It has to be.
Seiko's up with the backboard double. Does he have it? He's going to fake it out. There goes it already.
DRK.
This is it. Back out.
It's going to work for him. Oh! It is all Gentlemates. Can they get the chance? DRK takes it away. To the grand finals.
Falcons seeming impenetrable after defeating the Major 1 champs, we'd find out who'd face them.
Possession, Beast Mode stays underneath. Atomic's got the weight.
Oh my God, Beast
Furia with his bump attempt, and I think it messed his angle up just a little bit.
What does it matter? G2 brings down the guillotine on South America.
Killers in the backboard. That's an awkward touch yet again from him defensively. These are starting to rack up.
G2's genius slammed down poor Falcons again, and again, and again.
Just over 3 minutes in G2 with this 1 goal lead. Bumped it off him. Ramas, that's open at the back. And it's Daniel!
Daniel over the top goal. Look, Troy Daniel, another block. G2 now the finish line in sight. It's shot down!
North America's super team, who'd reached every single grand final this season, had come to the heart of European Rocket League and catapulted their region back to the top. USA! 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 Whoa, guys, don't panic. Worlds is soon, but Saudi Arabia first. At the Esports World Cup, G2 had no beast mode, but with Super Sub Nas, they still finished top 4. Jorius became the best player in the world for a couple of series, and Team BDS gained not just a $200,000 payday, but some serious form right ahead of Worlds. Ooh, ominous foreshadowing, ooh. The jewel in the crown of the RLCS season. More prestige than anything else on the calendar. Loads and loads of dollary dues. Qualifiers are fun, majors are great, but Worlds is what they all want. Fort Worth II had 5 returning champions as players, 5 more returning champions as coaches, and Oxygen Esports are here too? Anything couldn't make it, and with no MENA team able to take their place in time, next in line in the top performing region, no problem by the way, got the nod. EU yay! EU yay! EU!
It's Oski, and that being that midfielder that slows it down, but you can't! BDS are too much!
Oxygen were determined to take their second chance, but mere strength of will can't match BDS, as Monkey Moon excelled in a venue where he'd only ever known victory. However, one team could match BDS.
TRK 100 boost, works it over the top of Monkey, gets the 50 as well, and a bump, releasing Killers with the shot, and Exotic can't reach it once again. Takes it up, great touch as well, beats one, another demo coming through. It's TRK again, what a save this time, but it's too little too late.
They and major reigning champs G2 went 3-0, skipping to the upper quarters, a guaranteed top 6 in our expanded Worlds format. We're getting ahead of ourselves though. Back in the Swiss, Power shocked Gen G in round 1.
The demos are raining in like fireworks. Tarsos finishes them off.
The guys from the intro lost the first of 2 back-to-back Game 5 overtimes in round 2.
He's got a chance, 1-2. What a pass. Central, a pass, but a block is going to shut him down.
Someone there's a massive whiff. It's an enormous whiff.
And Sub-Saharan Africa had its finest moment in round 3.
Gibbs, Sire, please can we have a game this time?
Yes.
And tonight 4 will it bounce up?
Opening game nerves out the way, Gen G could now really start playing.
Has it cut away Gen G's hopes in this series? Just to be the hero. 1 minute. And Pioneers stun the world.
Playing with our hearts, America's second team was out. Now, deep in the Swiss abyss, Vitality were about to rally. We could feel it. Any second now, those pixel-precise moments would swing back to their favour. In the last chance saloon, which we've already said was in the Swiss abyss, so I guess the extended metaphor, if we're gonna go in that way, would have us in Aquadome or something. They donned their plot armour. Plot wetsuits, I guess? I don't know. Against a team who shouldn't have even been here. Also, there was no Aquadome.
Ordosa versus Oski, 1v1, looking for the bump, but Oski got the save on the goal, here's Zed, got the double, Zed with the challenge, he's got Ordosa in support, backboard, who's there first, it's Ordosa! Now they've lost one, how do they respond? They might respond with a goal! He did how he need to breathe. Oh, gotta watch out, stop him. Oh my goodness, the chef
At the time, it seemed impossible. In hindsight, it was inevitable. Team Vitality would not be featured in next year's intro. Not this roster anyway. Wink. Oxygen had made their statement. Already playing with house money, they laid in wait as another French super team carelessly wandered into vision. Unfancied dropped players' gentlemates had long since become big bad gentlemates. Time for the team who shouldn't even be here.
They were not supposed to be here.
Not to be here.
And we see Oxygen with that lead, and immediately...
It's because you don't have any time on the ball to think, to assess, and when the goal is the own goal, oh my God!
There's a chance here though, Archie does get bumped going back, midfield.
And Archie gets it to Oski, the double!
The UK had objectively overtaken France on the Rocket League pitch. Brings a tear to this old Brit's eye. To be fair though, Saudi Arabia was still pretty darn clear.
Just got to put a hand up straight away. You can see again, Joya throws himself. He has been faked though. It's the worst thing you can do against Falcons.
Lands on the corner as well. And tries to cut across the goal line. That should be a goal, and it is!
Forwards we march to the semi-finals, where Falcons, who after putting those pesky Oxygen kids in their place, had guaranteed a top 4 worlds finish to follow their silver medal in London. They were, of course, joined by 3 others. Against Falcons, an EWC Grand Final rematch versus BDS. No nonsense Monkey Moon on the verge of GOAT status with a former major winner and a rookie. They had managed to survive the upper bracket with a pair of clutch deciding games.
A little tip, but now the shot comes in. It's saved. Monkey Moon on fire.
Carmine Corp had been cast aside after missing the London Major, but Rise and Vatira have more than enough credit in the bank to ride a poor series or two. And Atto, well, he can do this.
Great touch, slowing down the play after Carmine, and it comes right back.
4-1 over Falcons in the upper quarters was a huge statement. To finish our 4, we all knew about the guys on the cusp of reaching every single RLCS 2024 Grand Final. That, my friends, is 9 out of 9. The beginning of the end of the 2024 season was finally upon us.
Drivers, start your engines.
You gotta come into this confident, especially this match. K-Corp from boost up right now, they can't do anything.
Just a spot of space, but Ryan's going to shut down immediately. Atto, one! Top corner!
Now the corner is contested. A lot of traffic for K-Corp to deal with. Restored in a few touches. A reset.
Raleigh chasing TRK all the way to the back line. Killers, midfield. Is there going to be a follow-up? Oh, it's denied! Transferring Sonic! Yes! Could have been a big one, but now Falcons got to go back low boost. TRK has to maintain control here. He gets demoed. Exotic! BDS go to the grand final! We've reached the end of the road. It's a rematch over 2 years in the making. BDS G2 in the grand finals. Exotic takes the ball up. He avoids Daniel. Oh! Might go off by 2. Here's Beast Trolley takes it to the air. Who dares challenge? He's got to go! So many players committed. Beast Mode. They've got back. They've got back.
Brings Drowley into the play. And something misses! Oh no! The massive mistake!
A season which had flowed from the immortality of vitality to the supreme solidarity of gentlemates, and then to our forever finalists G2 Esports, had ended, almost inevitably, back in the hands of a Rocket League superpower. Team BDS, with the unleashed Exotic and Rookie of the Year Drali, had shot for the stars and landed on Monkey Moon. Whether this win made him the GOAT is up for the comments to decide, but what we do know is that this victory would end up being his final BDS dance. In the off-season, the call from Team Vitality and the almighty Zen was too much for him and the ever-supportive Exotic to turn down. As for Drali, he's taken a different path, over to Carmine Corp, one we've no doubt will cross with his former teammates at some point. RLCS 2025 begins in January, with the first major confirmed for Birmingham, England in March 2025. Go get your tickets now, and I'll see you there.